Hi guys, welcome to Steve Strings. Today I have another unboxing video for you. I recently purchased a horse concert ukulele from Amazon and it's just arrived, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. So here we have it. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. All right, so first impressions, we can see it comes in this nice gig bag for protection. It also has some goodies in here. Let's look at those. Before we dive into the instrument, let's go ahead and talk about the accessories that come with it. So in this bag, I can see it has a number of things. The first of which looks like it's a pretty interesting sort of guitar shoulder strap. Pretty wide, pretty sturdy, and interesting colors on it. It also comes with what are described as an extra set of strings. And from the purple hue, these look like they are D'Addario titanium strings. It also comes with what look to be 3 guitar picks. And this is it says right on it, guitar capo. So again, it's a capo 4 6-string instrument, though I imagine that would certainly work for an ukulele as well. So let's go ahead and look at the gig bag. So the gig bag is this nice sort of dark gray canvas, which I like. It has a pretty decent sized pocket on it here with the horse logo on it. What I like, it has these 2 shoulder straps on the back, and it has a decent little handle. Not padded, but it's a comfortable handle. The zipper on here looks like it's pretty sturdy, and it looks like it opens not quite all the way to the end. So let's go ahead and pull this out of here. Okay. All right, so let's go and take this off. And for the big reveal, okay, that's interesting. You can see it has an interesting shape to it, not the typical sort of tri-pointed crown shape. It does have the horse logo on there. And it looks like that is a mother of pearl inlay. And I should say, it is very tidy. I mean, it is very, very tight. I don't see any gaps or spacing there. That's quite well done. So we can see it has a nut, which is not described in the literature online, so I presume that means it is a plastic nut, but it's a nice shaped nut, substantial. I presume the saddle is the same. The nomenclature online described the bridge and the fretboard as being technical wood. And from looking at them, I mean, it just looks like a dark rosewood to me. In fact, the bridge actually looks like it has grain in it. So I'm not certain if that is this technical wood they're describing or if that is in fact some kind of a rosewood or rosewood similar. But again, from first glance of this looks pretty nice. It has mother of pearl position markers. And interestingly there, the 12th position marker has a horse head as the position marker, which I rather like. It looks like it's a typical 14 frets to the body, which is typical of concerts, and it has strap buttons. From looking at the neck here, you can see it has a joint at the heel, also very typical. And yes, it looks like it does have a scarf joint here at the neck, but very nicely done, not really very easily perceptible, and it looks like it has a mahogany sort of veneer on the headstock, so you can't see any of that scarf joint here on the face of it. It looks like it is a bound fretboard, and so there are no sharp edges. That feels all right. Again, you can see it's mahogany, hopefully you can see that the grain has a fairly decent sort of typical mahogany look to it, almost a striping to it, but it looks quite nice. And again, the site describes it as AAA mahogany, but from looking at this, I can see that it is in fact layered. So it is a laminate mahogany. You can see it there at the sides and also at the sound hole. And the sound hole also has what appears to be, yeah, that is an inlaid rosette with like a black, sort of a beige, and then another black line of purfling, or maybe that's black cream black, I guess they'd call that. From looking inside, again, you can see the brand sort of label inside, and you can see that it does have the very typical notched kerfing, and you can see that the bracing is the typical kind of bracing, which is tucked underneath of the kerfing, which is nice. And from looking at that, it is very neat and tidy. I don't see any kind of glue squeeze out anywhere. Okay, it looks good. From looking here at the bridge and saddle, there is one slight, I guess, imperfection, if you want to call it that, which is really tiny. When you're looking at these lines of accents here, this one accent line, or purfling, I guess you'd call it, is slightly wider than that part of the bridge where it's on. Obviously, that's not going to affect playability at all. That's just one minor, tiny little flaw I've seen so far. But overall, first glance here, I would say the fit and finish look great. Build quality looks solid. For a laminate instrument, pretty resonant top. Again, I'm not sure how well you can see that top, but it's a fairly thin top. And again, the only build, I guess, flaw I've been able to perceive is that one little purfling thing. That's it. Otherwise, this is well done. Also, it has the mother of pearl inlays there, where those probably the orienting screws were set in as well. So let me go ahead and bring this up to pitch, and we'll get to hear a sound sample. I've now brought this up to pitch, and we'll see how it sounds. Again, this is GCEA with a high G tuning. Fairly decent resonance. Fairly warm, certainly warmer than my spruce top ones. At first glance, I might say it's a little bit echoey, particularly there on the low C string. But it sounds all right. Let's go ahead and do some chord progressions, both strummed, and I'll do some picking, so you can get sort of an initial sound of this. And then I'll go ahead and, after we finish this video today, I'll play it for a couple weeks and come back and give a full review. Today is just the sort of first impressions and first glimpse of this. So let's go ahead and see what this does. Sounds nice. Again, this is a concert scale. I'm used to usually playing like tenor scales, so my fingers feel a little bit crowded, but that's just me and my use of or my familiarity with playing concerts. Let's try another little progression here. Okay, so it has some decent sustain. Again, so first impressions, first glimpse, this looks pretty nice. It looks like it's solidly built, good fit and finish, decent sound, and right now these are on Amazon for right around $60. Again, I'll play this for a couple weeks and see how it kind of pans out over time, and I'll come back and give you a full review. Until then, thanks for watching.